It's around 5 o'clock on Saturday, September 11th, 2021, 5 in the evening. And we are now at Saddleback Ski Resort, heading up Saddleback on the Gray Ghost ski trail. And once we get up there, I think it's 1.3 miles or so, we're gonna swing over to the Horn and come back to Saddleback, hopefully before sunset or as the sun is setting. Probably before. And then descend the way we came. And then tonight we're gonna car camp. We just talked to a ridge runner, an AT ridge runner who was coming off duty, and he gave us a couple places to check out, one of which has a resident moose, and we had already driven by and checked it out and it looked good, so that's where we're gonna plan to camp. Hopefully nobody else is already there. All right, and then tomorrow we will see what the weather's like. Whew. And how we feel. The weather today was supposed to be much better than tomorrow, which is why we're doing this now. So we'll see. But we might go and do Old Spec if the weather's holding out in the morning. And that will finish our New England 67. So, not much to see on a ski slope, unless we see a bear or something. All right, there's our view. We're right outside of Rangeley, Maine. All right, more to come at the summit. Okay, it's 5:30, and we just came up. I don't know, you probably can't see it from down there. Actually, from down there. These are the Rangeley Lakes over here. It's a little hazy now. And we just walked by a cairn that John and I visited 30 years ago with some of our friends. We celebrated making it to the summit. We had our lunch and we took summit selfies with the cairn because it was totally socked in. And then when we were rested up and ready to go, we kept going and we came to what we're going to come to right here, which is a sign that's telling us we weren't at the summit.
Still coming up.
I can see the summit from here, actually, but boy, when you're in a cloud, you really can't. And a lot of stuff went wrong on that hike. A lot of stuff. And when we saw this, it didn't say that. I think it just was 30 years ago they didn't have this sign. I don't think it had that either. I think it just said AT. Maybe it was right back there, because we didn't come up that way. But in any case, we celebrated, and then we walked a little further, and we realized that that is the summit over there. And we were really disheartened. And so we called it a day and bailed out down the ski slope. Now this was, I think, in 1991, right? And nobody had a cell phone, and even if you did, there was no signal out here. And our car, we had dropped cars on two ends of the Appalachian Trail, which were, I think they were like 16 miles apart. And we were approximately 6 miles in or something. And we decided that the weather was terrible, everybody was miserable. We don't want to do this. So we went down to the ski lodge, and it was closed because it was the summer. And there were no people there. Like, we just pulled up now, and there's an outdoor restaurant and people mountain biking. It's like total, yeah, other hikers. There's all kinds of stuff. It was not like that in 1991. So John and our other friend decided they would walk back to this beginning to get the car. But the map we had was only an AT map that didn't have all the roads on it. It just had the Appalachian Trail and where it intersected roads. So they figured, well, I'm just gonna walk out here, hang a left.
There was a path that was reasonable.
Well,
there was a path. It was like 5 or 6 miles or something.
Oh, well, they didn't take the reasonable path.
We didn't have a map with us, so
They went 16 miles.
went a long way.
So after they were gone for hours, the rest of us were a little concerned. I don't think they really took much with them because they didn't want to carry all the weight. So there was an emergency phone on the outside of the building that was hooked up to police dispatch. If you lifted it up, that's what you got. So I called the guy and told him what the situation was. And he said, well, we have, I think he said they had one cop, and he's also the taxi driver. And that guy was busy, so he couldn't go and check on them. But he would eventually check on them or call us back, whatever. He said, if the phone rings, answer it. And we asked if we could set up our tent and camp there, because by now it was dark out. And he said yes. And man, I don't remember, how long were you guys gone?
I don't know.
He did call, that guy did call me back. He said, oh, they'll be fine. I don't know if, did they ever get in touch with you guys?
I don't think so.
But it was like 10 hours or something crazy, because we came off of there around midday. It was definitely after 8 o'clock when you guys got back. It's probably more like 10. So much trauma associated with this mountain. But now John and I at least are back. The sun is gonna set. We're gonna get a nice sunset, I hope. And we're gonna swing over to get the horn. Which we gotta really move it. And then we'll be hiking out in the dark. Pretty sure. But here we are. I see it. See, I don't even know if we ever officially made it to the summit last time. I think we did. We might have a picture somewhere. But I'll have one this time with the view. So that's awesome. Alright. It just took 30 years. Which means we've got another almost 5 before we have to through hike the Appalachian Trail, because we started that 25 years ago and bailed on that. All right, there it is. Saddleback Mountain, elevation 4116. Oh, and the horn's almost 2 miles. Blech. All right,
It's right there.
it's not this near thing. It's the far one, right?
It's all behind it.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, look at Abraham from here. I don't know if it shows up on the GoPro. Is that Abraham? That's beautiful. What it? I think it is. Wow. Okay. Nice. And here Here's a little view back. All right. Okay, we are at the summit of the Horn. It's around 6:30. The sun sets at 7, so we're gonna beat it out of here. But that is Sugarloaf, Spalding, and over here, all of this ridge is Abraham. We are on the Horn, and that is Saddleback right there. It's a little windy. The sun is starting to set, so we're gonna try to take advantage of as much light as we can get. We did it. It's 6:40, so the sun is almost down. Got another 20 minutes. That's Mount Abram right there, this whole ridge back there. And the Horn, sun, and Saddleback, and John getting ready to blow his nose. All right. Let's see what it looks like over here. Ooh, it's all pink and purples. I think it'll look good once the sun is all the way down. Because right now it's kind of probably glaring on this. Nice. Check it out in another few minutes. Okay, now the sunset is starting to get somewhere. It looks so much better in person, I'm sure. Oh well. It's beautiful. Okay, so we are approaching the summit of Saddleback again. Sun has officially set, and it's pretty. It's not like a super amazing sunset, but it is pretty. There's the view. There's John. We just stepped out of view of the Horn, which is right there. All right. And the moon, I don't know if you can see it, there it is. Crescent moon right above the summit of Saddleback. Pretty. All right.
Give them there.
Yes.
Do you want me to go get closer?
No. These are moose. I know that the video is not showing them, probably. But finally, it looks like a mom and a baby, maybe? Or two juveniles?
Two juveniles.
I can zoom in a little more. Because the one on the left is slightly larger. Oh, there they go.